So last Sunday, I came out of a breathwork cacao ceremony that really ripped me open. But it started actually before that with a man that I met. He showed me a house. It was a place of healing. And he arrived at 1111, a number that kept on coming back to me every time I traveled this area. And where he proceeded to tell me that the land is called St. Michael. And that brought me to remembrance that a few months back, another wise woman told me the same thing, that Archangel Michael is watching over me, fighting for me so that I do not have to fight. So in the breath work, as I laid down my sword by my side visually, I felt a deep ache in the area of my groin. I breathed into it, and a rage rose, a repressed anger from the depths of my body, followed by a deep grief, a grief that I felt like I carried in the lineage somehow, something unresolved. Then as I settled down, a vision of a lion appeared connected to my heart. And at that moment, I realized that I've just been holding back and holding on for so long from a deep intimacy, from my core truth. And here I also saw a wall, the one built by an ancient but familiar few, created intentionally to disassociate me from connection to source and those closest to me, by way of mass media programming, through the news, through social media, films. It's so subtle, it's so strong, feeding my unquenchable lust to satisfy that which can only be found within me. And as I lay there, realizing that this wall was built when I was a child, I saw it, I felt it. The conditioning of the so-called Innocent Kids series and movies I grew up with, and the programming that no innocent eye should see but did anyway. And the numbing that rose to block the confusion of childhood innocence lost. The protection I built to avoid pain. But that same wall also kept out love. And in that moment, as the voices of the women rose in the ceremony, the Mother Sophia ushered me home, told me to lay down the sword I've been carrying and to stop fighting life. Told me to trust the season, to trust grace. And then I looked down at my first tattoo, which says saved by grace, and wept quietly, because at that moment I realized that grace was always there with me, but I was not ready to see it until that moment. So here I am, calling those in with lion hearts, the ones who feel this truth too, the ones who are done with false light, false gods, false gurus, false reality. It's time to remember, to feel again, to lead again, to love again. Not by war, not by feeding polarity, but by devotion to the Christ path. The way back home. To be here now and own your shit, because only then will you find the treasure you seek. And if you've been holding it all in, I see you. Let this be your sign to come home.